Welcome to the classroom of Mr. McFadden. I am your student 6th or 8th grade social studies teacher. First period I teach 6th grade in person. Second period I teach 8th grade online. Third and fourth period are 8th grade in person, and sixth period is 6th grade online. Alright, so those are all the classes I teach, the subjects I cover. I'm managing both the online portions for 8th and 6th grade. So if for whatever reason my in-person students need to go online, they'll be placed in my class. If my online students need to go in person, they may be in my class or in one of the other social studies class teachers. If there's ever a transition from 6th or 8th grade in person to online, just know they will be in my class. I'm just going to walk you guys through a little bit of our day-by-day daily routine and how we use Canvas. That's the main thing I want to cover on back to school night. I'm showing you guys my second period class. Canvas is pretty much the same for all of my classes. I try to run it universal so it's easy for me, easy for the students. The first thing I want students to always check when they join class, whether it's in person or online, is our daily announcements. If it's in person, I also have this up on the board, but I like to have it online as well. So the daily announcements always let the students know what we're doing for that day. So our daily announcements for yesterday, which was Wednesday when I'm recording this, September 15th. We always start off every class with a little bit of talking stuff. We just talk and see how students are doing on a day-by-day basis. I like to check in with my students just to see how they're feeling each day. And then I have whatever we're doing for the day. So for Wednesdays, we always do history of me presentations. So just a little presentation of the student so they could share with me a little bit of their life, and I shared with them a little bit about my life. This is a schedule, so all the students could always access a schedule to see which day they're presenting. The announcements tabs helps me keep track of what we do every day, as well as if the students are ever absent, they know exactly where to go to find any assignments. So the announcements tab, if you click on that, you can find, let's say you were absent September 13th, you're not really sure what we did in class, hit the announcements tab, come over here, find the day you were absent, and it shows you exactly what we did that day. I'll get into the little icons and what the icons mean in a second when we go through the modules tabs. Back to our home page, um, we have a little bit of contact information. So if you guys ever need to contact me, students or parents, you guys could always message me through Canvas. I told the students that's probably the best way to contact me because I have the app on my phone. So as soon as I get a student message, I can reply right away. Email, I get a bunch of emails throughout the day. So I told the students sometimes if you send me an email, it may get lost in the shuffle of everything. I have a teaching Instagram, which is History McFadden, where I post a bunch of flyers that our school's going around. So, for example, our back to school day or our Washington, D.C. trip, the flyer is up there. And then I also have my own website full of resources for the students to use, a welcome message, a little bit about me, my teaching philosophy, message to parents, message about inclusion, some historical thinking skills that we cover in the class. This is an example of our virtual classrooms from last year, some student work from last year, just general resources if the students are ever doing some research projects in social studies. And this is where you'll find a lot of my late work and all the classroom policies, once again, contact information, and just all that logistical stuff. So if you ever want to know more, my website's always a good place to check out. Back to the home tab. On the home tab is where we have a bunch of resources. For example, second period, we always watch Spartan TV. So for second period, this is the only period that you guys have that. It's all of our Spartan TV, which is daily announcements. If you're in any of my other periods other than second period, you should be watching Spartan TV every day in that class. So I just put it here in case the students are ever absent and they want to check out what's going on around school. Spartan TV has all the information. I have our schedules here so students could never say or have an excuse why they're late because I post a schedule. Our regular day schedule is posted, and then at the bottom it's our Wednesday minimum day schedule. I also have for both my online classes, so for second period and for sixth period, I have this technology issues click here, and it's just a resource we have for students if they're ever having some tech issues at home, Zoom's not working, tech's not working. They could text or call this number Monday through Friday, 8 through 12:30. And for troubleshooting, I also have this link right here. If you're ever having issues with like Google Docs, Google Slides, whatever it may be, you could always look on that link as well. The next thing we have here is homework help. This is for all online and in-person students. So online homework help is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 2:45 to 3:30, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock with Miss Goldsmith, and the Zoom code is right there. And then we also have homework help in person for those in-person students every morning, 7:25 to 7:55, Monday through Friday. I have my own homework help at lunch, so students are always welcome. Well, I usually welcome it to my students. They could come check out my homework help at lunch, but there's also additional teachers having homework help at lunch. And then after school with from 2:45 to 3:30, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and then the online one as well. So there's homework help for students that may be falling behind, maybe were absent, need some catching up, or just some extra additional time with some homework. And then our back to school for my 8th grade sections, 2nd period, 3rd period, 4th period. You'll click on this link and you'll see right down here we have our Washington, D.C. Zoom link. This is going to be at 7:15 right after back to school night. It's an informational meeting. This is a Zoom link. Hop in. Mr. Holmes will be giving you guys all the information you need about the Washington, D.C. trip. All right, so that's about everything for our homepage. For my 2 online sections, 2nd period and 6th period, they will always just click the Zoom link, and this is where we hold our classes. So they'll click Zoom, and then you'll just join whatever meeting. So for example, tomorrow, this is the time when it starts. Hit join, and the Zoom meeting will open. Now to our modules tab. Our modules tab is kind of similar to the announcements tab, but it holds all of our units as a whole, everything together. So for example, 8th grade, we are currently working on Unit 2, Causes of the American Revolution. It's separated by day, so September 9th, John Locke. The 10th, we went over 9/11, had a lesson about that, Venn diagram. Monday, so it just shows you everything that we do each day. What the icons mean, if you ever see the clipboard, clipboard means it's some notes, PowerPoint slides, something that the students will need to read. If it's a pencil, pencils are always assignments. So pencils are always something that the students will need to complete. Right under, you see that there's a due date, and then you see how much how many points each assignment's worth. If it's worth 0 points, that means it's an extra credit assignment. If it's worth 10 points like these right here, that means it's an assignment students will need to complete. Most of my 8th graders in person have a note-taking guide. It's a booklet where they take notes, and then they just post a picture of their notes on the assignment. All my online students and my 6th grade students, everything is virtual. So my 6th grade online and in person, and then my 8th grade online, they're just doing everything digitally online. I don't have booklets for my 6th graders in person. Finally, grades, which you guys all are here for. The way you could check grades is you click the grades tab right here. So this is a test student. This is no student in the class. And you just scroll through and see if it's 1 out of 1, then they got full credit. If it's 10 out of 10, they got full credit. When you start seeing zeros out of 10, that means the assignment's missing. So all these zeros, that means these assignments are missing, assignments that need to be completed. And then at the very bottom, it has a total percentage out of total points. If you ever want to discuss grades, you feel free to send me an email. If you ever want to check your students' grades, the tab is right there. Feel free to check your own students' grades whenever you need to. I don't have time today to discuss grades on a one-on-one basis because we only have 10 minutes per class. So if you want to talk to me about your students' grades, feel free to just send me an email and we can set up a Zoom meeting and discuss your students' individual performance in my class. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask those right at the end of this video, which is right now. All right, thanks for listening. Have a great rest of your day.